you watched the end of the last episode, you would have seen a stripey sock. We got two, and I'm holding them to you, funny side facing, because today I want to talk about the technique I used to jogless stripe, and what I'm going to do differently next time I do this. The sock construction on both of these is your basic toe-up fleegle heel. I use Sockmatician's modification of Judy's Magic, which basically orients all of the stitches in the right direction the first time around. I've got a little 9-stitch mini gusset. And then I've used Sheena's stretchy bind off, which is basically half Judy's stretchy. I mean, it's a yarn over bind off, but you only yarn over every other bound off stitch, and otherwise a normal knit and purl bind off. But it makes for a nice stretchy, but as you can see, no flare situation. The thing you'll notice about these socks is, of course, the jogless situation and how that's handled differently depending on what you're doing. Now, for all of these, I used the knit together with one below technique, where you are taking, as soon as you are at your last stitch of the new color, you lift the loop of the previous row in the opposite color onto your needles, you knit that together with the first stitch of the color. So it's basically creating sort of it's pulling the fabric in a slight way, which is perfect for larger stripes. Excuse the partial stripe, I'm cheating on this one. I pretended like I was helical, and I'm going to just duplicate stitch the tail backwards to make the round. And up here on the top one, where you don't see anything at all, I just did this on the areas around it. So the stripe below it and the stripe above it both use the technique of knitting with one below, which is going to be important later. You will notice about the even ones, these are 2-row stripes. Can't do this with 1 row, you gotta do helical. But 2-row stripes, you can do this. 3-row stripes and above, it's not a problem. But, as you'll see, with the 2-row stripe, you start to get a bit of fabric distortion, because you're essentially having 1 row for every 2 on that row. And you can see pretty clearly where it starts to get weird. 3rd row, right? I mean, even if you do it like this, from a distance, you can't tell. It looks good. But if you're like me and you're a little bit crazy and you want to do it as well as humanly possible, the next time I do this, I am going to knit 2. I'm going to forego the 3rd stripe. I will not do it on the 3rd stripe. And then I will continue above it. And I think that middle stripe is going to work out all right because of the rows around it. And that should minimize the amount of distortion I get. We'll see. If you try it yourself, let me know. Let me show us. Yeah? If you have already tried this yourself, let me know if you've got any tips and tricks for 2-row stripes. I don't do that much stripey stuff, but stripes are fun. I mean, come on. I'm really excited to wear these when I'm in a climate where I can. Thanks for watching. See you later. Completely forgot. The other reason that I'm not fixing this time and seeing if my theory works is that I initially had tried to do the 2 round stripes as helical stripes, because I read somewhere that you could, but I didn't actually go back and reference what I read. I just figured you would do it like you would do regular helical. No. If you do it that way, what you end up with is an actual barber pole on your socks, which is not remotely the look that I was going for. It was very obvious where it was happening. I kind of liked them, and I think I'm probably going to use that somewhere, somehow, because it did look really cool, but I decided no, because I was already going to have mismatchy socks, so I just didn't want to. So, helical knitting, TECHknitter is the one who confirmed for me that helical knitting in fact, is possible over 2 rounds. It could be that that's more for when you're alternating skeins. I don't know. I gotta go read the article. Maybe you want to go read the article. if this is a thing you're interested in. Right. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.